Will the captain of Flight 357 please report to the boarding area? Your crew is waiting for you. Will the captain for Flight 357 service to Queenstown please report to the boarding area? Your crew is waiting for you.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Join me here at the Alps Bar and Pizza Co. Tuning in for one last hurrah here in New Zealand. Hope y'all are ready for this one. This is going to be a fun stream. We are creating one of the most epic approaches of all time going into Queenstown. The link's in the description of that real video. We're going to try to recreate that here today. So until we, before that though, let me finish up. I got to pay for my drinks here, and then we got to head out. Nice talking to you, and yeah, you got my number. Call me. All right, let's roll. What is going on? Fly to Live, Jim Lee, Alberto's in the house, Kemal Delta, Tango, Stephen Hayner, Zach Hamilton, Scott Harris. Which one's my gate? This my gate? Yeah, you need to check my badge? Nope, we're good. All right, cool. Let's roll. Tyson, good to see you. That MRF air back there is not real. Oh my gosh. That was something, huh? That one chick on that Airbus. That was funny. Let's see if we can actually pull this off here, get all the way down the jet bridge. Ooh, yeah, it looks like we're doing good things here. Exceeding McCrit, welcome to Commercial Pilot, exclamation point, welcome for your new perks here on the channel. Glad to have you on board. Welcome to the V1 Nation. Oh, I went down the wrong jet bridge. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Look at this. All right. Ooh, the curtain's closed. You always got to be careful if you look behind that curtain. You never know what you're going to find. The FOs do some weird things. All right. Here we are. We're back in the flight deck. I guess I'm going to be her today. Oh, maybe I'll just sit on the jump seat. Anyways, let's go. Let's get it going. Yes, we're back in the 320 today. We're in the fly-by-wire 320, however. You may have noticed that on the thumbnail. Let me get out of drone cam. There we go. We're going to be taking this puppy because we have a custom RNAV approach loaded up. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. Courtesy of Chaos and was it Mark was in there, and several more in the Discord. We're working to try to see if we can get this approach to be pulled from the FMS, and we got it working. So I'm going to showcase this one for y'all today. It's going to be an absolutely epic hurrah. We'll do this flight, and then the next flight is going to be our long haul to Sydney. I say long haul, it's only about 1,100, 1,200 miles, so a little bit longer than normal flight, but we'll probably knock that out this weekend. Delta Tango says, still a big fan of the fly-by-wire. Yeah, I am too, man. I am too. I was going to do this in the Fenix, but unfortunately, we just can't get it to read custom waypoints yet, custom nav data. So I think somebody in the Discord said they were working on it, but maybe when they do get it pushed out, we can recreate it again. Good to see you, Aviate. Zippy Zapple, good to see you. Wedge Racer made it. Nice. Okay, Wedge Racer is the one that got the procedure loaded up. That's awesome. Yeah, shout out to Wedge Racer. He's the one that actually created this originally, and then I kind of stumbled across it in a video a long, long time ago. It was actually my father-in-law sent me the video, and then when we were in New Zealand, I was like, man, this is where that approach was, and I tried to do some digging, and I found an old file on Flight Sim TO, and so we got it up and running. Fly-by-wire seems to follow the LNAV smoother than the Fenix lately. Caleb, really? I haven't done any. I don't think I've done much RNP. I thought we did. The RNP we did in the Fenix seemed pretty darn good, though, the other day. So, I don't know. We shall see. Can the fly-by-wire fly on RNP? If Thrust said it can only fly at an LNAV VNAV. So, it'll fly at LNAV VNAV. We'll go down to our minimums. And we have a custom set weather. So, I've tried to match the weather creation, or try to make the weather match. Hopefully, it will match by the time. Hopefully, it doesn't change. But let's go ahead and fire this puppy up and get out of here. Long haul stream to LAX. Not yet, Ahmed. Not yet. Not yet, my friend. But we're in the fly-by-wire today. Beautiful sound set, beautiful airplane, beautiful livery. Let's power it up because we don't have any time to waste. We got real-time boarding, real-time loading, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and get the airplane up to life here. We'll let it boot up. We are in Christchurch with the massive frame bricking on my PC. I don't know why that is. I've even turned down my settings even further, so we're just going to have to roll with it. Frames will be choppy until we get out of here, then it'll smooth out. Try an engine out, go around? No, thank you. We're not doing that. Live weather is not fixed, Tyson. This is a custom weather that I built to try to match the low visibility overcast layer. I would say high visibility, low overcast. So it's basically like a low blanket that's on the... Oh, it's going to be my flow here. I'm going to flaps are out of position, engine master's on, all that stuff. But I made this weather creation on custom weather. So custom weather, and I fast forwarded the time to about 4:54. Matter of fact, I need to wind it back right now. because that ain't going to cut it. We need to wind the time back, but we'll just roll with it for now. We'll see what happens. Get the FS Labs Concorde, fly-by-wire. Good to see you, Roscoe. We'll see, man. We'll see. In due time, my friend, in due time. Let's go ahead up the overhead, get our our aircraft's ready to go, and then we will load our flight plan. Strobe goes into auto, nav 1, off auto, arm U. Everything looks good here. We'll do a test. Boom, boom, boom. Still no lighting preset? Nope. I'm not changing it. I'm waiting for fly-by-wire devs to actually properly... I'm going to rage about this every time. I'm going to wait for fly-by-wire to properly set a default state for these screens to not be in the dim position. May or may not ever happen. I complained about it long enough. Tolus eventually went with bright by default. So, and again, I stand by my initial statements, Chaos, where if those that wish to scroll this up, let them do more fiddling around with the EFB and let them create their own profile. Those of us that do not wish to, make it by default. There we go. Win-win for everybody. Blackbird's announcing their new plane tomorrow. Really hoping for something fun. Looks like a turboprop. Fireflyer. So I'm a little bit confused. I saw one picture of a prop spinner, and I said I could almost guarantee you that's a Metroliner. And then today they posted something that looked like a Hawk, like a T1 Hawk cockpit, like the British trainers. So I'm a little bit confused now. But the one that was a spinner, I could have sworn that was a Metroliner. They were standing on the ramp. Just the distance that spinner was back. I've been on Metroliners. I used to hide in them all the time on the ramp when it was super cold. It was the only airplane that was pressurized, so I'd go over my buddy Matt's Metro, and we'd hang out in there until the cargo was loaded. And I almost guarantee you it was like the right distance from the doorway and everything, but I don't know what they posted today. It looked a little bit different, so we'll see, George. Yeah, I'm not sure. What they posted today, it looked like a canopy of a Hawk with those lines on it. You know what I'm talking about? Steven says bitching emoting works every time. Hey, indeed, indeed. All right, let's go ahead and go FMGC. No, let's not do that. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll go init request here, and we don't have a lot to, like I said, a lot of time. It's real time, so let's get everything loaded up and get everything going here. We'll go import data from SimBrief. I was a little bit delayed today. Sorry, guys. I had to run and get coffee, and then I did a GSX update, and that took way longer than normal. All right, SimBrief data has been updated there. Let's go to the fuel page. Let's go ahead and download from SimBrief. Oh, 10.2, what's on board? So we need 10.2. So I tell you what we're going to do. What's on board right now? 11.1. I tell you what we're going to do. Watch this. This is kind of fun. I like doing this. We're going to set fuel to like 5.4. I'm going to go instant, and I'm going to go do that. And that should take... Hold on. Okay, this is going to be mad at... Oh, it won't let me do it. Really? I want 5,000 pounds. I don't want 11.2. I guess because I already downloaded it. Download SimBrief. We'll do real. Alright, that's fine. We'll just do it the old-fashioned way. We'll get GSX come out here, and we'll get the fuel truck called out right now, though. I thought I was going to defuel it and then have GSX come out and then do real-time fueling, but...
Refueling truck is on its way.
Let's go. GSX has control. Just say it's okay.
Don't
I'll have them. It's fine. We got 160 something people to load anyway, so we'll be just fine. We'll get it figured out. Oh no, I bet I have to resync this. No, from to. Nope, we don't. Look at that. All right, cool. That's in the box. My frames are poopy right now, but we're just gonna bear with me because it'll be worth it once we get out of here. Roberto, good to see you. Perfect day for flying. It is indeed. Roberto, good to see you. Throttletek man is here himself, guys. Mr. Roberto, shout out to him. Quantum Sim, nope, I am on VATSIM. We're on VATSIM, good to go. All right, let's hop down here and... Why didn't it initialize, Chaos? What's going on here? I didn't do my from to, that's weird. Well, that is weird. Okay. NZ. I'm starting to have suspicions about this stream. 717 or MD90? MD90. There we go. 357. That looks good. Cost index of 10 going to 340. Beautiful. Christchurch departure. We are going to depart off of... Runway 2, I believe. Yep, runway 02. And the SID is going to be... the Gov something something. Gutboo 1. That wasn't what we had loaded. Yeah, stream gremlins have showed up already. No, the Muck V1 Papa. That's what it is. Wrong. Muckvo 1 Papa. That's what I want. Yep, off runway 2. Out to Gutbutt. So Muck V1 to Gutbutt off runway 02. Insert. All right, now this is where it gets fancy. So Queenstown arrival. We're doing the RNAV 05 X-ray. That's the custom one. No star, and we're going to go approach via Caldi, and I'll show you guys this approach once we get everything loaded up here. That looks good. We'll insert you. I'm going to go back to the flight plan page. Is it coincidence the runway looks like a cross? Probably. Sometimes they do that to minimize crosswind components. Depending, so whatever the winds are. We're going to go magic barrel ref key.
Please use your airplane fuel system to set the desired fuel quantity.
Okay, we'll go back to the fuel truck. We'll come over here. We're just doing a quick little fueling situation. Let me download 10.2. I'll tell you what. Oh, screw it. We'll just do GSX. I was going to adjust it manually, but we'll step through our flight plan. That looks good all the way out to Caldi. And look at that RNAV. The old school RNAV 5. That looks good. So that's all done. We'll come back over here. Progress page, we'll put NZQ, NZCH. I already did. NZCH. And then perf and knit page 2. We'll do this after, but right now fuel is on board 10.3. They're defueling. What was our final fuel load? 10.2. We'll go 10.2. That's going to go there. And beautiful. GSX is a little bit drunk this morning. That's all right. But we're almost done. I think it's going to wrap up. Now, it is cold outside. It's minus 8C, so I'm going to go ahead and get the APU fired up. We'll get the cabin warmed up as well. And let's go ahead and execute that. Come out here. He's wrapping up. Let's do it. Velociraptor, welcome on board. Yeah, it's going to be a fun approach. This one is going to be a lot of fun. Caleb, the lightning strike of the house. So we got our TV up and running. I've spent some significant money on proper surge protectors. Oh, speaking of which, can I run my can I put so they have a bunch of different volt amp like battery backup surge protectors. The biggest one I could find was the 900. I'm thinking about putting that one on my PC, and I'm wondering if a 900 volt amp backup surge protector would keep my PC running during a momentary power outage, you know? But yeah, I've got the TV up and running, and we've got a couple other things fixed. Pretty much everything else is fixed. Still missing some light bulbs, but internet is still MIA. Starlink shipped an adapter cable and another component, but I'm still missing the router. I still need a new Starlink router, and that still hasn't shipped yet, so whenever I leave the office, I go into the dark ages. Yeah, bigger the better, Josh. The 900 volt was the biggest one I could find. So I'm thinking I'm going to... Yeah, Gina, well, I'm only doing it for a few minutes, literally just to keep it, from shutting off. Because I have one that was like, I have to check what the volt amp is on the one that I have right now, and it's pretty weak. It basically clicks on and shuts off almost instantaneously, maybe like 30 seconds. But I think a 900 will do better, and I might bring that one to the office and then take this smaller one and just run like the Starlink on that one. All right, our fueling is done. We'll go ahead and get this all up here. We'll get the fuel tank pumps on. Now we're going to go over to payload. We're going to download, and we're going to start the boarding process because we're behind schedule. 167, that looks good. And let's go ahead and request boarding.
Boarding requested.
They're going to go ahead and start doing their thing, and we're back at it. Iron Man, thank you for the 18 months of support. Says, good afternoon, Captain. Been working 13-hour days. That's a long day, man. Iron Man, thanks for tuning in, though, and hanging out with us this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for the support. Yeah, Mike's Basement, it's UPS. UPS, UPS.
Do you want to
I guess it's called the UPS, right? UPS. Nope, crew's on board. They caught me at the bar.
Passengers boarding started.
I was just getting virgin Bloody Marys, though. Oh, I didn't have any alcohol at the bar there before the stream started, so we're good to go. Spicy weather today. Yeah, so this one's going to be fun. This weather is custom built, almost like a blanket. So it's a thin layer, but it's a solid layer. And then this, now will this work? Let me see here. Will this pull it up? Yes. So this is the old school Queenstown RNAV 5 Zulu approach. And this is what we're going to be shooting today from Caldy. Now, in real life, you'd fly this as an RNP. Or actually, I'm sorry, no, this isn't even an RNP. This is straight up old RNAV 05. But you'd fly it in AppNav. Unfortunately, there's no AppNav yet in the fly-by-wire, but we'll fly it in LNAV, VNav, and it should do a pretty good job here. We're going to have to kind of fiddle with the altitudes on our own, kind of do some managed descents and all that. But it's going to make for one of the most incredible approaches you will ever see on the simulator. Again, if you don't believe me, just check out the video that I pinned in the comments below, or not in the comments, in the description below. And it is an epic approach. I cannot wait to do this here. JP coming in with a 5 gifted membership bomb. JP, that's very kind of you. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Guys, if you pick up a membership from JP, make sure you shout him out. Let him know you're appreciative of that. That is very kind of him. Thank you, JP. I appreciate you, my friend. Do you know my trees are pixelated? I do not know why. Get a CyberPower 1500 from Amazon and saves data and corrupt files. Will run about 10 minutes on my triple monitor with a 3090 and i7. Austin Powers. I will let that known. I will write that down and I'll look that up on Amazon. Maybe I'll just run that one then for the PC. 8-hour bottle to throttle. Waved. Drinking from a can. 8-hour toke to yoke. Waved. Flying an Airbus. Good afternoon, Lauren. Welcome. Good to have you on board. Jeremy, I know. New Zealand, for some reason, the weather in New Zealand is not awesome, like live weather-wise. It worked for our King Air stream, which, if you guys didn't watch it, there is a King Air stream I did a few days ago. It was a second stream. If you don't watch anything else for the rest of the day, you need to go to that stream. You need to go to the third airport. We were flying into Milford Sound and watch the forward slip down the valley in a King Air 350 to a moderate butter on a short runway there at Milford Sound. Was probably, up until this approach that we're going to fly, I don't know. I still think that was my favorite approach ever in the sim to hand fly, ever. This might be my favorite approach to fly with an autopilot ever. We'll see how it goes. But it was so much fun. Thank you for all who tuned in on that. Romeo says, I have several APC 1500 units. They work very well. All right, well, good deal. Consider it done. Ruhr, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on board. I have one hook to my cable modem, NAS, and Wi-Fi. It'll keep going for hours. Another hook to my secure. So, good to know. So, the thing is, and I think this is a Georgia thing. I think we talked about it briefly. When the storms roll through Georgia, the power is so... it flickers almost every single storm. Even on just a moderate little storm shower that runs through, the power surges, not even surges in the house, it just goes off and turns on. And if you have DirecTV or something that has to reset the cycle, the box has to reset itself, Wi-Fi has to reset itself. So that's why I'm doing just the basic up system for home stuff. But I'll probably put a big unit here for the PC. Roberto says, King Air is one of my throttle nemesis. Haven't been able to yet build a proper one. Jets are easier. Roberto, dude, if you can manage a King Air throttle quadrant, that would be next level. I have looked high and low. The closest one I could find was like $3,000, and it was basically like a real world King Air throttle that had been like converted, or thrust quadrant. But it was like $3,500, and you still had to do all the wiring and all the stuff yourself. But Roberto, that would be, I don't know. I still think 7576 is going to be a huge. You're going to see a huge uptick as soon as this PMDG 777 drops. The PMDG 777 is going to break the internet. Now, what is the difference between a 777 throttle quadrant and a 7576. I have to look this up myself because I can't. I know 7576 very, very similar. Let me see. 767 or 777 throttle. Because Roberto, if you're looking to sell units, that 777 from PMDG is going to break the sim. And actually, you know what? It looks the same, doesn't it? Oh, it is different. I'm looking at this. I see here 7 triple versus 777. Aha. The shape is very well. So that's there. Aha, I see it now. Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, yes, it is different. There is a difference. That might be something to think about, though, Roberto, instead of pulling your hair out over a King Air, even though I would love a King Air. But, oh, the 7.8 works with the 777 perfectly. Ah, even better. So, so you have a 787. I didn't even know Throttletek had a 787 throttle quadrant yet. I'm going to have to look into that. And, Roberto, I know I've said I was going to email you after last stream. I'll email after this one if I don't forget, I promise. Once I leave the office, I don't have any service or anything at my house, so I got to remember to do everything before I leave here. But 7576 throttle would be absolutely epic this fall. Yeah, the 7576 are closed. Yeah, I saw it now. 777 and 78 is open. Which one do you like better, Fenix or fly-by-wire? Fenix worth the money compared to free fly-by-wire? Yes, absolutely. It's definitely worth the money. It's $50 US. What you get in the Fenix is fantastic. It is probably one of the best Airbus add-ons you can buy right now. So, ooh, Roberto, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. And we are sporting the. Make sure my cams are working. Our Throttletek cam, our Throttletek Flightbox. Now, this is speaking of kind of segueing off the Flightbox V3 here. So the main reason I went with getting the Flightbox and going down this route for my setup is, like I said, for training. So next week, y'all, we're gonna break. Oops, we're gonna take a break from the tour, and we're gonna have basically a week of recurrent training sim streams because I go into my recurrent on next Friday. So. We don't have a lot of time. It's kind of a perfect break between New Zealand and Australia. We're going to break. We'll do our...
right, church traffic. Asta Marie, this is Ansett 357.
We'll start our regular... sim prep streams, which will be a lot of fun.
Did I catch a niner in there?
Niner. So I saw news today. Boeing is bringing back the 727. No. Fake news. The E1787 stream. Okay, so the 787, we're going to talk about this. In cruise, as soon as we level off, we have to talk about our flight from New Zealand to Sydney. I know y'all want to see the 78. I've tested it on my own. I flew it. Gosh, it is so... In its current state, it just needs a flight model kick in the teeth. Like, it's... Takeoff and landing in the default 7.8 right now is just not awesome. Even taxiing feels wonky. I still much prefer that 7.4, but we'll talk about it in cruise because I have some ideas. There was a membership message that got retracted. I didn't get to see it. Sorry. Aviator Nick, welcome. Good to see you on board. A 727 Neo, that would be something. Jeremy, good to see you. I know you don't like the 777, but will you buy it? Absolutely, Jeremy. It will be a day one purchase. It's like I said, I think if y'all remember when PMDG released the 737, the internet literally broke. Like we had a PMDG 737 pseudo release party in the Discord voice channel. I don't know how, there's probably like 10 or 15 of us in there. And everyone was freaking out, like who's going to get their email first and trying to get their code first. When someone got a code and someone else didn't get a code, they thought it was broken. People were creating like multiple emails. It was an absolute night of mayhem. I only imagine that getting increased by like 2 or 3x when the 777 releases. It's going to be the first study level wide body in Microsoft. A true wide body. Now I know we got the Indy builds, but this is a modern jet, which I think is going to be, it's just going to break the internet. It's probably going to break the Microsoft servers. It's going to be crazy. So I will definitely pick it up day one, night one. Is the chart available on Navigraph charts? Giuliani, it is not, but if you go to the Flight Sim TO and just search for, I think you just search for it on Queenstown approach, when you download it, there is a PDF file that comes with the download, and this is it right here. This is what I downloaded. It came with the main download. So this is the 2-3 Zulu as well, but this is the approach here that we're referencing, and we're going to take it via Caldi, and you come in, you turn over the lake. And what's crazy is if we time this up right, we're going to be turning right here at QN 65B. It's a right descending turn into a mountain, into the IMC weather condition. So it is going to be an absolute spicy meatball. I want to wind the time back, though, because we want to be landing at about 5:30. Time now in the sim is 5:15, so that ain't gonna cut it. We're gonna have to figure this out.
Keeping me out of work. Not complaining, haha.
Uh-oh.
Dropping by to say hello and sneeze on the like button, haha. Texted pics of my latest sim edition.
Uh-oh.
Next level racing chair I won at Expo and landing
Wrong
challenge.
side sim. Good to see you, man. Hope you are doing well. Unfortunately, you seem a little bit sick. Are you got that COVID, huh? I bet you got that COVID, wrong side. Well, I hope you feel better, man. There's speedy recovery to you. And thank you for the $10 bank angle check. Hopefully you make a quick recovery here and you can get back on the line. I mean, hey, you're not missing much because I'm not flying at all this month, man. I got dequalified. Good thing it happened to me this month and not next month, because next month, is it September or October? I think you said October. We're flying together, my man. We're flying. Matter of fact, I have some Orlando stuff coming up in September, but I'm trying to get rid of it. We'll see what happens here in open time. But thank you for the support, wrong side. I wish you a speedy recovery. And I can't wait to see you back streaming in your next level racing chair, man. You text me, you said? I don't know. My phone is hidden behind me. Oh, yeah, you did text me. Look at that.
Pressure traffic, New Zealand 211.
Oh, dude, that looks awesome. That looks awesome, wrong side. I'm going to send you pics of my chair. You're going to laugh your ass off. Thanks for the support, man. Just got over COVID. Hope you get better soon, bro. That's from Exceeding. Yep, for sure. Anybody know what variant of the triple? They're doing the short one, Kyle. I believe they're doing the short 777 first. 200? I waited 2 weeks before I got the 737 for that reason, says Zach. Yep. Aaron, you were in the Discord for that, right? Is that snow real weather? Aviator Nick, no, this is a custom. This is a custom weather condition that I built to match the video that we're trying to recreate. So it's basic. It is wintertime, though. It was shot in the wintertime. It's cold, and it's going to be absolutely juicy.
5 hours of flights in the next 2 weeks.
Oh,
so
wow.
I need as many streams to download as possible to keep me occupied.
T Sizzle, thank you for the $5 bank angle check, man. Appreciate you. 45 hours of flights in 2 weeks. Yikes, T Sizzle. Well, thank you for the support. Well, I'm gonna hook you up, my friend. I'm gonna hook you up. We're gonna be hitting the stream heavy next week. So here's the thing, y'all. This is important. I want to get out here real quick before we finish boarding. So I'm kind of at a point in my career where we look at this 320 over there, like do a nosedive into the pushback. So I've been very hard on myself when it comes to recurrent training, because I always said I never wanted to go into a training event and feel unprepared. Now, when you stay on the same airplane for any length of time, you begin to get into that, oh, well, if I don't know it by now, I got to know it. That complacency starts to set in. And I feel like I'm kind of sitting in that zone right now. And but like any good pilot will detect or realize that they're slipping into a little bit of complacency. I feel like I'm realizing that. So what we're going to do is next week on our sim prep week, it is going to be hardcore. I want to go into this recurrent, like the sharpest I've ever been since I've been typed on the Airbus. So I'm going to flip my mindset around. And matter of fact, on our mini long haul to Sydney, we're going to go through my entire question file, question by question. We're not going to skip a single question on our study over to Sydney. So we're going to probably do that this weekend. Then next week we'll be in a probably X-plane for the majority of our streams. We might try to do some here on Microsoft. But I want to go into my recurrent this time. Yes, I know my basic limitations. I know how to operate the airplane. I know what the switches do, but I want to dig deeper and I want to go in sharper than at least as sharp as I've been on my first initial type, because I feel like that's when you're the sharpest, when you learn everything for the first time. But Anyway. All right. Let's see. That should be a fun stream. PMDG would do an awesome 7.5, and that would break the internet. Oh, yeah, Jeremy, for sure. For sure. Looks like our internet is... Our internet. Looks like our boarding is completed. So I'm going to go ahead and set our top altitude, 340. We need to get away from this airport because the frames are just atrocious. But the frames are going to be really good here once we're all done, I promise you. Once we back off. Actually, once we take off, they'll probably smooth out. I think when we back off the gate, it'll still be a little bit choppy. But we got our 131.9, 32.7. Let's go to the perf page. We're going to do a flap. I'll tell you what, let's do flap 2 for departure. No flex. 126, 127, 131. I forget what transition. I think it's like 15,000. I'm going to put 18 in there. That's fine. 16, 1100. That is good there on the speeds page. All right, now let's wind the time back. It's 5:21 in the sim. We're gonna wind that back an hour. We're gonna go back to 4:21 in the sim. We're just gonna wind it back 1 hour. All right, that all right with y'all, chat? There we go. 121, custom weather preset. We should be good to go. Rave party inside the terminal. Yeah. All right, we need to get off this terminal because I am tired of these frames. Let's go ahead and get that on, that on. We're in view on mode. Let's go. We'll go ahead and go up here. We'll turn our beacon light on. We'll get off the external power. Everything looks good. Seatbelt sign can come on. They're going to do their thing. We're going to go ahead and close the cockpit door. 4-star checklist, windows, doors, and slides, close and arm. Beacon is on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is on. 4-star check is complete. I shouldn't just said that rote memory. Doors and windows, doors, and slides are not closed and armed, so disregard. We're going to do that checklist again. Prepare for pushback and departure. Look at this little, ooh, should we what the hell, ice warning. Do I request what the hell, let's do it.
Vehicles are coming now.
I haven't de-iced in a long time. Let's just say they picked up some ice on the way in. I don't know what's going to happen. We have to configure for de-icing. All right, so to configure for de-icing, we're going to go ahead and turn off the packs. We're going to turn off the engine bleeds. We're going to press the ditching push button. And then I would have to read the actual checklist, but let's do that. I'm going to look it up because this is a good question. This is, we haven't touched winter ops in a long time because it hasn't been winter. So let me pull it out in my actual book here. Let me go over the procedure. I just kind of running by it by memory.
Confirm aircraft is ready for treatment.
Yeah, it's good. We're just going to do a type 1. We don't need type 4. It's not actively snowing. We do 100%.
We begin treatment now and observe. Fluid type 1. Concentration at 100%. I will call you back when ready.
Oh yeah, APU bleed is off. Only takes me. See, when I don't fly. Whoa! That's pretty cool. All right, de-icing procedures. Now that we've already started de-icing. Parking brake, external air, cab pressure mode, auto, engine bleeds off, APU bleed off, ditching push button on, broadband Wi-Fi switch off, thrust levers idle, notify passengers, we've done that, reconfigure, ditching. This is where it gets a little bit more normal, or non-normal. Reconfigure, ditching off, outflow check open. 1 minute after spraying, engine bleeds on. Prepare for taxi. All right. We did it right. We'll go over that more in our check ride prep streams, but just making sure we're not going to get any contaminants. I didn't turn it on, Guru. I think that's just part of the sim doing its thing. It's going to hit the frames hard. Yeah, the frames are... frames have left the building. Oh, my. That was very loud there. GSX.
Christchurch traffic, Speedbird 7.
Speedbird? Was that a Speedbird?
De-icing and anti-icing completed. Anti-icing code is fluid type 1. Concentration at 100%. I'm disconnected. Good day.
Alright, so, ditching push buttons coming back on. we'll go ahead and turn off those. And we're going to go ahead and leave the... We're going to leave everything for at least another minute, and then we'll reconfigure. All right. Yeah, speed bid. Where is the speed bid? I heard a speed bid. Oh, there's the speed bid. Speed bid. Packs right now. But I'm going to leave the APU bleed off for a little bit longer. It's cold out there anyway. What's our inside cabin? It's 27. Yeah, it's nice and cozy in here. Nice and cozy. What happened? Nothing happened. We're good. We're good. Should be back. Might have been a just minor interruption. Speed bid killed the stream. Speed bid. I want to go nose right, tail left. Wi-Fi switch off in real life. Oh, that's right. We have a Wi-Fi broadband master switch. Let me go ahead and turn the master switch back on. It's over here. All right. Wi-Fi broadband master switch is back on. Minor interruption there. We're back. We're back. Aviator Nick. That's funny. Too many emojis broke the stream. Too many speed bids. Too many speed bids broke the stream. Where's the speed bid? Oh, now I don't see a speed bid. Where did my speed bid go? Oh, there's the speed bid. All right, brakes release, clear to push. Let's do it.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine
We won't. Dougal, good to see you. I hear the like button stops the glitches, guys. That is true. Dougal has a point. The like button smashing does... The more you like the stream, the less likely YouTube is to kill the feed to the live viewers. So make sure you smash down that like button. We're going to go for 320 likes on today's stream because we're in a 320, all right? So 320 is the end goal. And when we... excuse me. When we taxi out, I'll see how many viewers we got, and then we'll set a goal for a PAX off takeoff or not, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see what the PAX off light goal will be. Why are PAX turned off during de-icing? Well, the bleeds and packs are shut off, so you don't have any contamination blowing into the cabin. Now, you turn the bleeds on first, packs remain off, because now you're going to run air through the bleeds. If anything did get in there, you kind of clear it out, and then you could turn the packs on, so then you start putting that air into the cabin. International accents are just another value-added feature of the channel. No membership required, free perk. Here you go. All right, well, we can't start because we're icing conditions, which is it is a real-world consideration. I just had to crash a desktop while on a flight. Uh-oh, hope that doesn't happen to you, Zach. Hope not, man. That's unfortunate, though, man. Sorry to hear it. Were you in Microsoft or X-Plane? Why does Wi-Fi need to be off before de-icing? Jeremy, I wish I could give you a really smart answer as to why. I actually don't know. It just says to do it in the configuration checklist. Let me see if there's any notes on there. I don't know why the broadband... My only thing would be because of that internet hump on top of the fuselage. Maybe they don't want... If anything gets sprayed up in there, I don't know. Because you would think, well, then water. What about water getting up in there? Let me see if there's anything in the note. Broadband switch off.
Please set parking brakes.
I have no solid answer for you, Jeremy. No, there's no asterisks or no expanded on that. But if I remember, I will ask when I go to recurrent. Maybe someone in chat knows. Why would you turn the Wi-Fi off during de-icing? Maybe for radiation for the guys spraying around the airport? I don't know. No idea. We turn it off because the checklist says so. That's right. All right. We're going to go ahead and spin them up. APU bleed is coming on. It's been an extra minute after we had the packs on, so that's coming on. And let's go ahead and start engine 1. Turning 1.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear, right is clear.
Love it. Love the startup sounds. Hey, so I'm thinking of buying the 320 Flightbox from Throttletek. Just wondering if it's worth it. 100%, man. 100%. Go ahead and start 2 right away. We'll do a 2-engine taxi in case there's any icy patches on the taxi out. Oh, second external. Well, I wanted to hear the PTU. Oh, look at that. Oof, that was nice. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Wow. I don't think we've done an external. That's awesome. That. Good recommendation there, Chaos. Good recommendation. All right, we got a good start. We'll go here. We'll go here. We're doing a flap. Duh. Duh. Yeah, Guru, very few sound good from the outside. That definitely sounded good. All right, flaps 2, that's good. Let's go back up here. Let's configure APU bleed off, APU master switch off. Now, there is potential contaminants on the ground, so let's go engine anti-ice on. Engine anti-ice is going to come on, and what is our, let's come down here. Let's go to our fuel. We don't have a lot of extra gas, 33.2%. So we'll do it this way, right about, that's close enough right there. That is set. Since we are taxiing on potentially contaminated taxiways, we'll do everything here before we start rolling. Full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Auto brakes max, takeoff config is checked. We'll go radar on, PWS auto, TCAS on, and TARA. That all looks good. And we'll do redo U. And we'll go ahead and hit the forward call. Engine anti-ice is on for taxi. We'll keep the cabins at the 12 o'clock position since it's a little bit warmer. Keep it nice and warm. Let's get out of here. Christchurch traffic, New Zealand 357, taxi runway 02, Christchurch. All right, here we go. Brakes released. Look at how it rolls. That's good. You see how it's just rolling? Pretty good. All right, let's get on center line. Brake check. Pressure 0. We are ready to go. We need an emoji for a Sia. Oh yeah, we've got Sias in. We got a Sia emoji, Guru. Check your V-pilot is muted. Couldn't hear you. Oh, you know what it is? It's because hold on. We got to stop the taxi. Stop the taxi. I know what it is. So when I had to reset whenever I reset a camera on with the V-pilot running, it gets all jacked up. So let me go ahead and restart V-pilot. It won't recognize the microphone for my mic. There we go. Reconnect. It's 357. Let's make sure our 122.8 is on. Radio check 122.8. Oh, nope. You know why? You know what else does it too? Helps if you actually bind it. There you go. Radio check 22.8. All right, we're good to go. We're going. Good afternoon, Tim K. Everyone looks like it made it just in time. Just in time, Tim K. So it's cold with a light wind out of the north. All our checks have been done before our taxi checklist. Gross weight comparison is complete. Hitch trim 33%. CG set V1, VR, V2 flex. What do we got? 26, 27, 31 flaps 2 set or flaps 27 Toga set. Whoa, starting to run away here. Flight controls checked. ECAM memo takeoff all green. ECAM status check. PWS is on. TCAS code set. TARA. Cabin crew is advised. Mini brief is complete. Taxi checklist is complete. Let's go ahead and get out of there. There's a Speedbird. Wow, we are rolling now. Look at this. 17 knots. Fly-by-wire brakes are junky. I think they feel really good, honestly. A Speedbird. Christchurch traffic, New Zealand 357 crossing runway 29 on Alpha, Christchurch. We'll come up here, we'll play the game as we cross. Now, so here's the thing. When the weather is very cold, low density altitude, you get very good performance from your engines. Opposite to when it's really hot and high density altitude, right? So rolling on the ground becomes much easier in the wintertime. That is for sure. And we got a 5-knot tailwind pushing us. This is accelerating pretty easily. We're at 20 knots right now. That's actually not bad at all. I mean, that's pretty realistic. That is pretty realistic. We're moderately light too. We're only 141,000 pounds, so we're not even at our max landing weight for takeoff, which is pretty good. So this is a pretty lightly loaded 320, only 9,900 pounds of gas on board. See how it's accelerating at 27, 28. This is pretty good. Gary Stewart, your livery looks nice from outside, from my view in the sim. Pretty good detail. Nice. Now we'll go ahead and do a brake application here, get it down below 30 knots. Scotty 2, 777 nosedive in Hawaii. Apparently the pilot had just converted from Airbus and thought he was stowing the tray table. Scotty, I did listen to the Blanco Lirio review of that 777 incident in Hawaii, and that is pretty wild. That whole thing was pretty wild. We'll talk about that for sure on our flight over to Sydney, but it's a nice little... I mean, this scenery is so nice, it's just so heavy on my PC. I don't know what it is. Because their other NZA scenery was fine. But now that we're away from the terminal, I actually seem like we have pretty decent frames here. Is that idle acceleration normal? Yes, absolutely. That's one thing I think is poorly modeled in a lot of airplanes across all sims is ground friction and ground idle speed and how fast airplanes actually will accelerate. FlyJ Sim did a fantastic rendition of this in X-Plane 11. I haven't flown any 12 stuff from them. But the application of breakaway thrust, but then once you started rolling in that 7.3, it started to roll nice and easy and would accelerate even on you. Very true to real life. With these kind of temps and this weight, I 100% expect the airplane to roll like this. Alright, we'll go ahead and let's just keep it rolling. Christchurch traffic, New Zealand 357, going to line up runway 02, Christchurch. We never shut our lights off. Oh yeah, we did. Good. Alright, let's get them all up. Alright. An SWA taxi? No, it's just a V1 taxi. A Southwest taxi, man, we would have been doing 50 knots down that taxiway. I'm pretty sure they get bonuses for whoever taxis the fastest for the month and not ding up an airplane. I'm pretty sure that's how Southwest does it. I swear I saw one guy going down Kilo one time. Just, was it Kilo? No. Whatever it was, here in Atlanta. And dude, he had to be doing 50 knots on the ground. Literally had to be doing 50 knots on the ground. All right, brakes are set. Let's go yoga. We're going yoga. We want packs on or packs off today. Only 166 likes. That's pretty weak. If you hit 250 likes in 60 seconds, 250 likes in 60 seconds, I will shut the packs off and we will get the maximum yoga available. And it does make a difference. I was testing this the other day where I was just sitting there toggling the packs with power in, and it would actually adjust the N1. It's pretty, so it does make a difference. You got 60 seconds to smash down that like button to see a packs off yoga takeoff. Otherwise, we're going packs on just like everybody else. This livery is absolute juice. Absolutely juice. Keep waiting to see the southwest of spoilers out to avoid lifting the nose on taxi. Yeah, Delta Tango, that's a good point. We're going to hear him scream, Berto. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. No, we want a flex takeoff. Caro? Man, I should time you out for that. How we looking? We got 51 seconds. What are we looking at? 228. What did I say? What did I say? 250? Oh, yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, chat. I don't think it's going to happen. I'll give you 10 more seconds for delays. Nope, didn't happen. 238. You guys are weak. That's all right. We'll turn the packs on. We'll leave the packs on. I'm a man of the people. Let's go ahead. Brakes released. Spool them up 50. Nose forward on the stick. Yoga's in chat. Packs on. Lame takeoff. Here we go. Yoga. Oh, yeah. See how it capped out? Could have had more to go. I blame y'all. Man, Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 100 knots, check. V1. Rotate. Get me out of this frame airport. Positive rate. Gear up. Nav it. Fly with. Oh. Frames. Right into the cloud layer. Probably should have our anti-ice on, but we're going to pop out on top. Look at this breakout. Look at that breakout. See, a super low, thick overcast is the juice. All right, let's go ahead and lower the nose. Positive trend in airspeed. Ooh, almost floated everybody right there. We're thrust climb. Go around track. Well, we don't want that. Oh, no. Thrust climb, open climb. Nav. Flaps 1. Speed checks, flaps 1. That's because it's, I guess it's doing that. It's calibration thing again. Goodbye, bad frames. Right, now we can get back to the world of normal frames. There's S speed. Let's go flap 0 after takeoff checklist. The sound right here, this level of wind noise is so real. I feel like I'm actually in this window view right now. Do you not feel like you're in this window view right now? Oh, beautiful. Oh, I'm over here just flying in a right bank for bank angle checks. Disarm the spoilers. Everything is good. Let's come up top, make sure everything is good. We'll go ahead and turn the engine and ice off. Oh, we need to accelerate. Why are, yeah, it got a little wonky there because it flipped into like a go around. I'm gonna have to fix that issue. I'm gonna have to put more of like a buffer zone on it. That was juicy, wasn't it, Flight Sim guy? Yeah, I need a deadband, Chaos. Bank angle check to the right. Oh, man. I know, Jeremy. It could put me to sleep, too. Just love it. Absolutely love it. All right, we're a little bit past our bank angle check. We're supposed to be at 210 knots, but let's keep it going, right? Let's go all the way about 33 degrees angle of bank. That's pretty steep for passenger right there. 33. People in the back be like, what? Turns around a point in a 320. Guru, check the description. In the description, If it's not in the description, refresh the stream, and it'll be in the description right below, right there right at the top, really. I'm trying to recreate this video here. It would have been juicier with the packs off. I agree. But y'all didn't want to see packs off, so we went with packs on. We're already at a 10,000. We'll go ahead and get our lights off. Manage up. Why are you going to 218? Nope. Now my managed speed profile is going to be way off. Oh no, maybe it's going for 210 here at Egan. Let's see. It should. No, it's freaked out. We're just gonna go slow. That might be a problem later on. We'll see. We'll go 290. Nah, we're gonna bump that cost index up too, but. It's an interesting departure. You could make like almost a left 360 or a left 180 off departure. And then we're going to come to the right. Jerry, welcome to the stream. Glad to have you on board. He was trying to go for 210. Yeah, but for what? It should be 290 managed. Let's try it now. There we go. Now it is. Now it's got it. Maybe it was that speed restriction, that Egan. Now we're back in managed 290. We're back in normal mode. Thrust climb, open climb. We're navving. And we're bank angle checking to the right. We're making sure our ailerons work for this flight. Yeah, cost index does work. It does work, Daniel. Just wait. You guys think it looks good now. Just wait till we get over to where Queenstown is and you see the mountains coming up through the cloud layer. It is absolute spice. Can you set cruise target speed on the ATR? I don't know. You can set it manually. I'm not your ATR guy, Mike's Basement, unfortunately. I am not your ATR guy. We're getting ready to go. We're already through transition, I think. We'll go ahead and set standard at 1, 2, and 3 times. All those turn up that FCU lighting up there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 18.4, climbing 340. Close enough. Autopilot 1. Live camera is on. Oh, we should have had terrain mode on the whole time. We'll turn that on as we get a little bit closer. I should have taken off with that on. Let's come down here to the box, brighten you up a little bit. Flight plan, everything still looks good. Prog, perf. Let's go NZQN here in the prog page. We'll put you right down there. Lower the sim down a little bit. It's a short flight, only 174 miles. Now I think it did mess up this. I think it did mess up our flight plan. A little bit. What if I go direct, redirect it? I think I got all out of sequence there on takeoff. We'll be all right. 21.6 coming 340. How do you input the approach for this one? Is it manual? Giuliandi, so you need to download the approach the approach waypoints from the Flight Sim TO, and then you load that into your community folder, and then if you have Navigraph, you have to do like a content edit thing. If you check the V1 After Dark Discord, chaos that showed me how to do it. It's still in there. The message is still in there. It's like you have to change the priority of which items are seen in your sim, which is kind of annoying. I wish it would just work like straight up. Vertical speed of space shuttle. Winter is awesome. Yeah, it's cold. For those of you on the right side of the plane, you should see the airport in a moment. The left side of the plane will be staring at the side of a mountain. Yes, as we make that turn. Any idea why the Fenix engines won't start? They've been running into this problem since the last couple of flights. Vibe N1 indicators are blinking at 8.0. Sounds like they have failed, Gary. If you've got a Vibe at 8.0, that is not good. Check your failures, check your faults in the Fenix. Let's come down here. Let's go Prague. Let's go Perth. Let's go 50. Who am I kidding? Let's go 75. I'll give us a little faster cruise speed. Our top of climb is still there. Everything else is still there. So let me go back to plan mode. Let's make sure our flight plan. Oh, I wonder if it. Nope, our approach is still there. That's good. All right, our approach is still there. Good. We're looking good. As soon as we level off, we'll do our approach briefing and prepare for the approach. Insert Pratt & Whitney ECAM name. That was funny. Evan, welcome to the stream, man. Jeremy says, Blancolirio kept saying joystick controller even though he's flown the Airbus and it bugged me. Yeah, well, he's probably, what, 60, 62, in his 60s? He's getting up there. He knows what he's talking about, though. ECAM actions, the vibes are whack. Are faults on by default in the Fenix? I think someone said that in passing, and I don't remember if I verified it, if it's true or not. Maybe, check your faults, because I wonder if faults are on by default. No faults? Oh, okay, never mind. But if your vibes are 8.0, something has definitely happened. So the vibe advisory will come on after 5 units, and then I believe once it gets to 9, or maybe it is 8. I think it's different per the engine. For the Pratts, I think it's 8 or 9. That's when it'll actually trip the ECAM, and you'll have to comply with it. If I had $1 for every time I had to comply with a high vibe ECAM, I'd probably have $7 or $8. Evan says, how much did you cost to get your PPL and ATP license? Evan, way too much. No, I don't even remember, man. I say way too much, but that was back then. I don't know what prices are now. I couldn't even tell you. I know it was a lot. I know I had loans until I upgraded at the regional level to pay them off. I have no idea how much it would cost now. Guru, we still do, man. Matter of fact, a lot of Pratts are getting parked in the U.S. right now. A lot of Pratt & Whitneys are getting parked. What did the fact that the captain just came from the Airbus have to do with his inputs? Jeremy, I think he was trying to get at it. Maybe the captain was thinking that he could do like a pitch and like just kind of pitch the airplane and it would hold that pitch. I wasn't really sure where he was going with that either, but I was also listening to it while I was driving, so I wasn't completely engrossed in it, but I mostly, what shocked me was when I read the ASAP, or not read, when he read the ASAP reports from both pilots of how the FO straight up heard flaps 5 or flaps 15, but the captain said it was flaps 5, and just a total botch job. I mean, when you read the ASAP reports, it sounds like the FO was more in tune with what was going on than the captain. The captain was really low time on the triple, right? It was only 100 or 300 hours on the triple. Was that it? So he was relatively new to the triple, or was it the other way around? I can't remember. Either way, the way the ASAP reports were written, it seemed like the FO had his head more in the game than the captain did. So I don't know. I mean, we're just thankful that nothing happened. No one got hurt. No metal was bent. But that's a scary situation, because had they have not seen the ocean or seen that little bit of breakout, I almost wonder what would have happened. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you would think that when they heard the jip whiz go off, it would have been, hey, okay, go into the recovery right now. But I mean, it was a questionable. I mean, they were over 15 degrees nose low. Do you know how much that is to be 15 degrees nose low? That's 10 degrees right there. We're 2.5. We're maybe 3 degrees, 4 degrees nose up right now. 15 plus degrees nose low. Even if it's only a second, that is a significant. I mean, you're looking at a whole lot of brown right here. That is a significant pitch attitude in the wrong direction at that altitude. So it's just, man.
Down traffic at 409 overhead.
At least they kept the wings level, yeah. Well, they did. They executed. So, I mean, I guess the silver lining in all of it is that when the jip whiz went off, which is kind of like your last. That's your last ditch effort to save the airplane. If you know you're an engineer, engineer standpoint, it's like, hey, if the pilots completely screw this up, we have a system installed that will start yelling at them regardless. And they accomplished the jip whiz maneuver correctly, and they successfully evaded the terrain. Now, I think that might have been in combination with, kind of breaking out there momentarily and realizing what was going on. But either way, that was a spicy one. What's the key points of advice you have for Queenstown approaches? I always come in too high when the RNAV Zulu 05 have to make a dodgy descent. Tips? You shouldn't be coming in too. Make sure once you get the runway in sight, make sure you disengage. I mean, you don't have to make sure, but disengage that autopilot and keep coming down. Because if you fly your MDA all the way there, then you're going to get high. So I think we only did it in the Fenix once though, and we were pretty much right on it. I use the bird mode. Use the bird mode so you can see your descent. 2.7 Gs. Yeah, you'll feel that for sure. Imagine that happening when jip whiz wasn't mandatory. Absolutely terrifying. Yeah, for sure, man. Let's just call it a marketing demonstration for the 777. Gosh. McAllen, I just saw your message up there. No, the only reason I'm not flying on Fenix today is because I couldn't get the approach in the nav database because it uses its own nav data. So the approach is only visible through the default or Navigraph. Well, it says Navigraph, but I only got it working through default. All right, we're out cruise. We're only 120 miles out, so let's go ahead and start breaking down this approach right now. Dinner time. Dougal, get your dinner now because you're going to want to see this approach for sure. All right, I'm going to pull up the approach chart here.
RNP Zulu, runway 05, Queenstown. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go for the
All right, so Caldi altitude constraint. We're going to make this a hard 10,000. All right, let's go ahead and return.
Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating in the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Right here, traffic at 22, taxi runway 02, the lost traffic.
All right, so we're going to make Calendar at 10. We're coming over here, Vanga, Arnett, QN662. Where's that bad boy at? That's going to be right here, Queenstown 662. I'm going to scroll down. Right there. There's Queenstown 662. Let's make that final approach fix. Glide path 3350, which is 2190 above the ground. 3350, let's see what it has here. 3350, good. So that's already in the box. We're manually verifying these. We're coming on down 658, 2260. I don't know why it's got an altitude air of 1260 there. Hopefully we'll be all right. All the way down to Zigzo. QN654 is the last one. So the 654, 310 feet above the ground on glide path is 1470. And it's 1470. All right, so let's look at our perf data. We'll go next phase, next phase. That's 2953 because I made it myself. It's like minus 8C, and the winds are about 030 at 3 knots. They're really light and variable. Transition, we'll just call it 18,000 feet. I think it's like 15.5 or something. It doesn't matter. For the Barrow ref, though, this is what we're going to have to load in here. 310 or 1470 above the ground. So we're going to set 1470 right here. We'll put that in there for the barrel man. And now remember, we're going to have to fly this in LNAV, VNAV, because we won't be able to... oh, we're already high. Let's go ahead and dial in 10,000. Yeah, so our TOD got jacked up when we had that issue. Let's go ahead and set 10. Let's go ahead and begin down. Thrust dial, open descent. Seatbelt sign is staying on. We're starting our descent. It looks like at an idle descent we can make Caldy there at 10,000. Thrust dial, open descent. We're coming down. We'll get the Navigraph off the... I'm sorry. We'll get the Windows capture off of there so you guys don't have to see that. Sup, JC? Thank you for becoming a private pilot. Welcome to the channel. Exclamation point welcome. Glad to have you on board. Let's go ahead and get flight recorder up. We're going through our descent checklist right now. Super short flight today.
Deck, ladies and gentlemen. As we have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach.
All right, flight recorder is ready.
Return to your seat. We ask that you remain seated.
Well, let's do a mental math here. We need to cross Caldy at 10. Oh, geez, and we're at, say we're at 30. That's 22,460 miles. Yeah, we're a little bit back. Let's get some speed brake action in there. Open descent, 280. I'm also going to select speed here. We're going to select speed. I'm going to go back to indicated. I'm going to roll her up to 290. We're going to activate and confirm the approach phase. And we're going to see if we can catch up to this descent. So down we go. We're going to have terrain push button on. We're going to use low brakes, flaps full, and it's going to be an absolute juicer. So speed brakes are out. Let's go. Are there approaches that have both baro and radio? Yes, actually all approaches should have baro and radio mins. They'll at least tell you what your altitude above the ground will be at your barometric minimum. That's what that parenthesis altitude will be. I'm gonna keep rolling this speed up. That's gonna help us catch up here. We might be able to do it. I'm gonna do 320. It's smooth. GoPro view is set. Oh man, this is gonna be the juice, chat. I'm telling you. How's the fly-by-wire these days? It's great, AFO, when you don't mess it up. I messed it up there on takeoff. I cycled it into go-around mode because I don't have a deadband. I keep forgetting to do that. But it's going to be... It's come a long way, and I'm really curious to see how the FMS V2 is going to look when they get that all sorted out. So keep on diving, keep on diving. We'll come to 330 in the dive. Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 357. We're about 40 miles from Caldy, setting up for the RNAV X-Ray 05, Queenstown. All right, so we're 39 miles out, 24. We're catching it, but we still have a lot of work to do. It's smooth so far, though, luckily. So, and that's, you know, real life. Wintertime, air is mostly, I say mostly, but days like this where you have a real stable, cold, low wind atmosphere, it's pretty solid flying. Not much turbulence got to worry about. Gustavo, good to see you. Did you see the videos 350? Yes, Gustavo, yes, I did. I was loading them. I was trying to load them when I was driving because I don't have service at my house. But it is quite light on the controls. It is quite light on the controls. Thank you for sharing those, man. It was quite eye-opening. Pretty sweet. Brother's got a pretty sweet gig there for sure, man. Flying that 350. That cockpit is nice, man. It's a pretty nice cockpit there for sure. Will they ever change the fly-by-wire cockpit dimensions? Maybe when they get their own cockpit model or their own model. Right now it's an Azobo model, right? So probably not going to happen until they get out of that. All right, we'll go ahead and set the magic barrel ref key. We'll do it early. This will actually help us in our descent. 2953. Look at that terrain, though. Have you made more cream cheese lately? Jeremy, I haven't made cream cheese since last year, my man. I'm going to have to get all set up. Might do a practice round this weekend. We are looking good. Yeah, we're catching it. Only 4,000 feet to go. Caldi's 24. Oh yeah, we are golden. Smoke cream cheese. Cam, welcome. Welcome to the stream, Cam. Short, quick flight, but it's going to be an absolutely epic approach. And then we have to decide, this is what I want to talk about, but I guess I didn't realize how quick of a flight this actually was going to be. What airplane do we take over to Sydney? If we take an Airbus, we could take like a 321 Neo, an X-plane. Or we could take, I don't know. Because if we take an Airbus, then we might make studying a little bit easier. Or we could take a Heavy on Microsoft. Total is 340. Yeah, Chaos. Yeah, it definitely, I definitely messed it up there, of course, right? Go figure on stream. CJ4. Kuro 78. I can't stand the Kuro 787. So Qantas has 900 7.8s. So we could go with 1,000, the 78 1000, or we could go with the Kuro mod. Either one will be inaccurate. I'll probably just go with the 1000 just because it is... I don't have to do the whole Kuro install process. Actually, I already installed it, but... I mean, it just... If any airplane flies like poop, I would say it's the 7.8, the default 7.8. And what I mean by that is like the takeoff, the landing, and even the taxiing. I think the 7.4 is way better.
Queenstown traffic 0211 is leveling at 10,000 to intercept the RNP Zulu 05 from FBW.
So he's going from he's on a different approach. This is where we got to. Oh, we're 250, 10,000. Let's come down here. Approach phase is activated.
Pretty low cloud layer.
48 miles direct line distance. I'm just wondering. Config full. King Air 757 Neo in real life for national. Yeah, but that'll never happen. 75 is done, man. 75 is done. 330 Neo. I like the idea of the 330 Neo, but it's a 320 cockpit, man. It's kind of lame. $787 710. The 350 1000 is getting to your head. That's what I'm. MD11. Does the MD11 even work on X-Plane 12? Phoenix Tibet. We could take 321 Neo Pratt & Whitney max takeoff weight with the COSP sound pack. Gustavo has a good point there. 321 Neo, load it up as heavy as we can. Okay, so let me ask you this. Is there a good Sydney scenery for X-Plane 12? McCrap Arnold Douglas MD11 works on X-Plane 12. Is there a good scenery though in X-Plane for Sydney? Because that would be key. I don't want to fly into Sydney with default scenery.
Traffic is at 409, clear the
MD11. Qantas never had MD11s, did they? I'd have to learn how to fly that airplane again. High model Sydney. Got to do a poll? Alright, well... So, I'm just going to do this. You vote for whichever sim has your airplane in it. Now let's go ahead and keep it for. We're 10,000. Our next step down is going to be 8,000 feet. So I'm going to dial in 8,000. 8,000 is set. We're selected speed. We're 10,000 feet. Let's go ahead and get our lights on. Flight attendants prepare for landing. We're at 10,000. And I wonder what would happen if I just manage a descent here. Is it going to out constraint? That's all. I've confused it for sure, Chaos. Let's just leave it. Let's see what happens. We're out constraint. Let's see if it goes down to 8 after Lindis. But man, I don't know where we're gonna park this camera though. Oh baby, look at that! Shocking poll of the year. Oof. What did Lauren say? I second that in the old Qantas livery. 742. Ooh. No love for the Tolus 340. No, I do like the Tolus 340. It's just X-Plane 12. The Kuro 78 is doo-doo. I agree 1,000%, Lauren. I agree 1,000%. I don't know what the rage is about the Kuro 78. I honestly, I have no idea. If y'all are raging about the Kuro 78, then y'all need to check out the 74 because the 74 is even better than the Kuro, in my opinion. Now, I've never flown a 74 or a 78, but I'm just saying, from a handling characteristics and from an eye candy from an eye candy perspective.
Queenstown traffic, you're doing 211 is sending through 6,000, about 17 miles out.
Tolus 340 needs some love. Yeah, that's the other reason too. The 319 and 321 have the love recently, so it would be one of those, I think. It would definitely have to be one of those. If I was going to fly a 74, it'd be the 74 that we have here. Thrust idle descent. Is it actually going to start down?
To Alpha arrival, descending through flight level 320, ground speed 660.
7,300 is set. 9.9, here we go. Standalone 787 to be released, which is nice. I've heard really good things about the updated 7, so I got the... I don't know, I don't know if it's worth the update. Why does Flight Deck to Sim love the 78 so much? I don't think he loves it so much. He said, even on his stream, he's like, the way it lands and taxis and takes off, he says it's weird. And that, I mean, I could care less what it flies like on autopilot because I'm not flying it, you know? It could fly like an absolute brick on autopilot, you're not going to know. But if taking off and landing feels like I'm flying something out of FS9, then I'm not really going to enjoy it. Will you ever test Prepare 3D 6? I have to update it because the sim is certified for MCC or ATPC and we cannot use Microsoft. I don't know if I'll ever test it, Roberto. That would be a hefty expenditure on my end. I don't know if I'd get any, if it'd be worth it for me in the long run. I think for me, P3D has kind of ended. But if I ever make my way down to your neck of the woods, you're going to be on that call list right away for sure, my friend, because I would love to check it out. Speed alt constraint star, we're at 8,000, so it actually seems to be doing a pretty good job. So we'll set 6,300 then. We'll set oh no. Oh no. It was doing a perfect job and I just messed it up. Alright, now we're at vertical speed. Let me set 8,000. There we go, we're back in alt. Now we're going to set 7,300 and we're going to manage it. Alt constraint. Alright, we're looking good. 250, let's go ahead and slow it up. We'll slow it to 210. This is where we need to start paying attention though, because this is where it's going to start getting juicy. And this is an old real approach too, y'all. Look at this. Guru, been watching you for a while. Thanks for everything, Guru. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support. Hope you continue to enjoy the content, my friend. Look at this, y'all. This kind of reminds me at a much lesser level when I flew into Guatemala City. Overcast at minimums. There was a layer just like this, and we had to do the VOR circle landing north, Guatemala City. This is not exactly, but this is actually pretty close to what it looked like, except you were descending into a bowl, and there's a volcano on the other end. Look at this little, what is this little situation down here? What is this? Is that an airport? Like a community fly-in? Or is that a ski resort? What? All right, Vanga 7,300 feet, setting off the rad outs already. Let's go ahead. We're at green dot. I'm going to set 6,300. We're going to keep trickling down to 6,300. We're going to set 6,300 feet right now. 6,300 is set. And let's go ahead and extend flaps 1. That's the ski lodge, Steven? Oh my goodness, look at this. Should I turn recording on now? It'd be way too late. It would be a long recording. It'd be like a 10-minute recording. Ah, what the hell. Recording started. If the sim crashes, I blame chaos. Recording is on early. Maybe we can make a cinematic on this. No, it cannot app nav currently, Guru.
2,500.
All right, 7,300, and then we're going to be 6,300 at the next one. I'm going to go ahead and start slowing up early. Let's go right into 180 here. We're listening for radio calls too. Our TCAS is on. Don't see anybody, but we're looking good. Out constraint star. We're slowing up for Vanga. Next one will be 6,300 feet. A name howitzer, thank you for the 10 Swedish crowns. Appreciate that donation. Don't have a message with it, but I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Started the tour on the 310, ended on the 310. Nah, zippy zappa. We have plans to end this tour after New Zealand, or I'm sorry, after Australia in a 7.4. Nope, laser shark, no return leg. One and done today, one and done. Oh, love the flap sound though. All right, here we go. Pay attention. 7,300. We're going down to 6,300 at Garnet or Surnet, and then 5,860. We're thrust idle, descent. I'm actually going to set 5,800 because they're so close to each other. Now remember, in real life, you'd be app navving this approach.
Turning around,
Look at that. This livery belongs. I mean, it's like they designed the livery to match the mountains out here. This is beautiful because it's like black and white with the snow.
Definitely wasn't the bounce, that's for sure.
No worries, name. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Just had to put me like through the dirt.
Yeah, I thought you died.
A lot of mountains are getting close, y'all. Out constraint, we're looking good. Now there is a speed limit once we go over the top. 170.
2,500.
Let's go ahead and come back to 170 right now, actually. We'll keep slowing down. We're staying ahead of the airplane. 170 knots, which flaps 2. Now I'm going to configure right as we get over the top of the airport and start our final descent down. The next one, 3350 is what we can set for the next one. So let's go ahead and set 3,300.
2,500.
3,300 is set. There's an airport down there somewhere, chat. Nope, Ruhr, no, this is all default. Everything you're looking at right now is 100% default, actually. There's not a single add-on right now that you're looking at. Other than the fly-by-wire mod, but that's free, so. Jeremy, yeah, no, I think I'm going to do the replay with the soundtrack. Oh, look, this is where it's going to get super juicy. We got to make sure. We're thrust idle, descent, we're slowing to 170. We'll configure gear down right about atop of the airport. 5860 is our next restriction, but then it's down to 4410, but we already have 33 sets, so we're looking good. We are looking good. This is a tight in-air turn. Matter of fact, speed alt constraint, star, and descent. There we go. So let's go gear down. Arm the speed brakes. No, I believe that's a 170 max. Let's go ahead and knock it back to 160. Oh my juice view. This is, I'm telling you guys, this is going to be the most scenic approach you've ever seen on Microsoft. Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 357. We're over top of the field now, beginning the circle for the RNAV X-ray 05. We're going to go flaps 3 now. Speed checks, flaps 3. a terrain is getting, like, descending into this terrain. That GoPro in the video was like right here, wasn't it? It was like right here. That's pretty nerve-wracking. All right, we're speed out constraint star.
No parking over there. Not bad.
I'm staying one ahead. We're gonna go ahead and dial in 2200 over here now. We're entering the layer. We'll go.
I tell her, I think you hear him flying right
Engine
over.
anti-ice is on. We're kind of hovering right in that layer. Now, the question is, will you slow all the way to final? Yes, you will. Go flaps full. One constant descent all the way down now. We're in the soup. We got our jip whiz, our terrain is on. Flaps full.
I'm with drone cam.
22, we're looking good. Now, we probably could have configured a little bit later, but better to be safe than sorry.
$2,500.
Go ahead and just stay inside here. There's nothing to see outside right now. Man, is that LDEV new? Well, we should. It's gonna hit right here and then continue down. Starting to break out over the water. Speed out constraint. That's right, Gustavo. We're not saving anybody any money with fuel, so let's keep burning it. We're coming down, thrust out. We're doing a pretty good job here in VNAV. We'll hit the cabin forward call. And we'll go ahead and get the engine anti-ice off since we're through the layer now. Look at this breakout, chat. Keep on coming around. We broke out a little bit early. I believe in the video they broke out like over here. Could have probably lowered that layer down a little bit more. Maybe if the Fenix gets this approach, we'll have to fly it again. I'm going to leave it at 2,200 feet here as we level. You never really want to be level, fully configured if you can help it, but
1,000.
1,000 feet. We are stable. We're clear to land. Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 357. We're turning a modified rate base to final runway 05, Queenstown. All right, I'm gonna go ahead now. I'll set 1,400, and I'll turn off the FO's flight director because I'm gonna have to go into my own hand flying here in just a minute. We'll let the airplane complete the turn. We're looking for that runway. There's the runway. Alright, autopilot's coming off, flight director's off, bird is on. Go around altitude, we never set it in the box either. 3,000 is set, let's land this sucker. Yeah, Guru, right now is when they break out. So in replay, I can lower the weather even more in replay mode. Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 357 on final runway 05, Queenstown. Now there's one white. There's some real shallow descent here until we get on path. There we go, there's our 2 whites, 2 reds.
$500. 400. 300. 200. 100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Queenstown. 70 knots, we're through that, we'll stow it. 254. I feel like 254 is like the default for the Fly Live. I feel like we always get 254s. I feel like we always get 254s for some reason. Alright, let's go ahead and spin her around. That was juicy. I'm going to stop recording, and then I'm going to save it here as soon as we make this turn, as long as we don't go off the taxiway. That's tight. That was tight right there. Better than a 357.
Traffic Speedbird 7 on a 9-mile final for runway.
Alright, we got Speedbird. There's a Queenstown traffic on 357. We are back taxiing off 23 to clear the runway. We'll be clear by the time you land. Let's keep our speed up. I'm going to save this replay here before we lose it, before anything happens. Queens. What?
No, not you. Me.
Oh. Oh, what'd you smash down?
My landing. I got a little steep coming around that corner.
We got a speed bid. We're going to do a fast taxi. Now, we can exceed 30 knots on the ground here when we're back taxiing on a runway. So we're doing 43 knots here. We got to get off the runway before speed bid arrives.
Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 1175, over casually descending on the LRO 2 Alpha.
I should just taxi real slow and have the Speedbird sweat it out. Just kind of like slow way down at the exit here. Like Zippy Zapple, if we have a resident Speedbird, should I represent my logo with EasyJet? Heck yeah, man. The Speedbird. You like the snow dust or something? Ooh, we'll take this one here. We got 1, 2, 3. We'll find a spot. We will find a spot. This is why you have an FO do the radio sky. 2 hands here. And is Queenstown traffic, New Zealand 357. We're clear of runway 05. Queenstown. Where to park? Let's go to the left this time. We'll go ahead and I'm not gonna touch anything because I'll just disarm the spoilers. Okay, we'll pull it all up. We'll get the flaps up. We'll leave the lights on though. We'll park at the gate. We'll be able to see Speedbird's touchdown here. And we'll take this one right here.
Queenstown traffic, Oscar Echo Lima Delta Alpha, 15 mile final runway 05.
That's snow. That's snow. Yeah, I turned left this time. I turned right last time. It was not pretty. I can't see the line. My light's on. Overshot that one too. Ooh, right on the money. Brakes are set, lights are on. Let's see the Speedbird. Speedbird approach. Oh, he's making the turn. Speedbird just made the turn. Looks high. Speedbird, you're 3/4 mile. Call the ball. Oh, he looks high and fast. Speedbird looks high and fast. Oh no. Oh, he's way high. Oh, what? What? What kind of sorcery was that? Oh my goodness. 320 Speedbird ball, 8.9. There you go. I don't know what kind of sorcery that was. That didn't seem legit. I don't know what that was all about. I don't know. All right. We're all down here. Let's reconfigure our flaps. Speedbird's cheating. Speedbird is a cheating bird. That was a cheating Speedbird. I think he just slewed it. All right, be honest, Speedbird. You hit the slew button.
I'll blame your internet.
Ouch.
Queenstown traffic, Oscar Echo Lima Delta Alpha, 7 mile final, slowing down pilot road.
Oh, there's one more guy on a 7-mile final.
Speedbird 7 backtracking runway 0.
All right, we'll watch this guy. Since it's a short stream, we have a full replay. We got one more aircraft on final. This ought to be interesting. He's 7 miles and Speedbird's all the way down there. We'll see what happens. And then we're gonna have a full replay, absolute juice. It's gonna be awesome. Shots fired. Hey, we got an emoji for that now, Fly to Live. We got a shots fired emoji now. I like it. Shots fired, Speedbird. Yeah. You know, I should have said they sure know how to fire the first shot. Wasn't the shot heard around the world? Actually, no. Wasn't that the Colonials? Who fired the first shot on the shot heard around the world? Was that the Speedbirds? I think it was the Americans that fired the first shot, right? Yeah, that's what happened. History lesson. Thing is, I can't argue with that because he's probably right. Like, I blame my internet. You can slew back to the terminal if you want. You already slewed once.
Good one.
I can't take credit for that. I was Velociraptor. Oh, we fired first? Okay. Speedbird is clearing. I see the nav lights.
Queenstown traffic, Speedbird 7 vacated and clearing to the terminal.
What is this? A330 model matching?
Traffic, Oscar Echo Lima Delta Alpha, Honda Jet on third final runway 05. Thank you.
All right, no pressure. Look at this terrain. Look at this. Does this not look... Look at the snow, like half snow covered trees and stuff. I love it, man. This is so beautiful. I think it may not be the most realistic thing, but if we take an airplane, I don't know what we're going to take to Sydney out of here. I think we might just leave from here instead of going back to Christchurch and leaving out of Christchurch. I think we should leave from Queenstown. May not be realistic, in a Qantas 747. I don't know. We'll see. I have to think of what we're going to take over there. But it's going to be a full-blown, like I said, we are going to go through the entire master question file for Recurrent. That's going to be kind of the kickoff to the sim prep streams. And we're going to we'll take a pause in between New Zealand and Australia. All next week is going to be hardcore Airbus knowledge. We're going to be getting into the weeds for sure. So you're going to want to be here for that. It isn't Aviator Nick, really? This isn't international? I mean, I guess it is international, but you know what? I guess it's not, because it's only 1,000 miles, right? So yeah, that seems totally plausible. Oh, look, that was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. Little internet bump there, right on center line. A little wonky. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. Where's Crumpets at? There he is. There's the Speedbird. Wow, look at the strobes flashing on his. That's pretty cool. All right, let's get into the replay. Let's go ahead and disconnect from VATSIM. Let's go ahead and go replay mode on. Now we're going to let it load in here for a second. Now what we're going to do is the last one I'm going to leave for you guys to watch all the way, all right? So you're going to watch the whole last one. For us, let's go ahead and resume. Let's put you into the climb detent. Let's make sure the flaps are full. Let's make sure the parking brake is off. Let's make sure sail is off. And then when we'll watch this. Oh, we're in Toga lock, that's why. So now, we'll watch this one here. And I'm going to see where it breaks out, and then I'm going to lower the clouds even further. That way for the last replay, you'll have the absolute maximum juice view here. Guru, I'm gonna lower it. I want to see where we kind of break out though, so I can kind of adjust the bottom layer, and then I might save it. Yeah, 589. I think it needs to be. So I don't know what this 580. This has got to be 500. feet. It makes no sense to me because the airport is 1,000. I don't know what this can't be AGL, and it can't be MSL. I have no idea what this altitude is representing. Let's lower it though. Let's lower it to like 200. Let's see what the breakout looks like at 200. Kool-Aid man seems appropriate as you break through the wall of clouds into the juice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you, Flight Dispatch. Hey, Speedbird, thanks for flying along with me, man. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, right about here. Well, so you see what it is? I think we were a little bit lower than they were on their RNP. Like, I think their RNP kept them a little bit higher on the path. Because as we rolled out, we were also pretty much 4 reds.
1,000.
So I think it's not so much of a cloud layer, it's where we were in position. I think they were a little bit higher. They probably, yeah, I could have shallowed out that descent. But if the Fenix gets this, then we'll have to, if we can figure out how to fly it in the Fenix. Now, I could get close to it by manually inputting the waypoints, but it won't fly it in approach mode. Missed the ERP and the Speedbird landing within the kitchen and heard it. Very glad I rewound. I always thought Speedbird was a sorcerer of the legend. I'm telling you that we've seen a lot of landings on the V1 channel, and not. I mean, I think we have a pretty good eye to know when someone hits that slew key. You know. Mark, yeah, I'm glad we got it going too. I think we could improve it even more. I might improve it even more, like trying to figure out what altitudes to force it down at a different altitude. But I mean, still, by far the best. Look at this view here. Look at this view. This is the most insane approach I think we've ever done. This blows Lowy out of the water, in my opinion. This, like, Lowy is like landing in DFW compared to this. This is awesome. Guru, yeah, it's an outdated, it's an old approach chart. It no longer exists. Wow, we're gonna stay over that. I mean, that just looks amazing. Look at the rocks up there. Little frame drop there. Zippy, I'm not sure yet. I gotta figure out what airplane we're gonna fly. I really don't know what airplane we're gonna fly there yet. Oh, right on the markers. Right on the initial ones too, wasn't it? Let's see, which markers were those? The runway markings here are a little bit different. So we got 500. There's the aiming markers. Okay. Right there. Oh, so awesome. All right. That is juicy. Professionally firm. I don't even think that was that firm, honestly. I think that was pretty darn good. All right. I'm going to leave y'all with some absolute juice. I'm going to get it going here. I'm going to put you in this view. We're going to resume replay. We're going to put these in there. We're going to make sure that is down. And let me get our theme going. And I'm going to get out of here, and I'm going to let you guys enjoy this. So, thank you, everybody who tuned in for today's pretty epic visual approach, or visual RNAV approach. We're going to wrap up New Zealand as this actually is the wrap up of New Zealand. We're going to head over to Australia next. It'll probably be this weekend, either tomorrow, Saturday, or Sunday. I don't know yet. So just stick around the Discord, stick around the alert box, make sure your alerts are on, and we'll get it figured out. Until then, Thank you to Wedge Farmer, Wedge Hammer, Wedge the Sledge Wedge, whoever was the original creator of this approach. Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Mark and Chaos, for helping me get it identified in the FMS. Until the next one, stay safe, stay healthy. I think I might just roll dictatorship mode for the next aircraft. I don't know. I'm torn at what we want to take over there. But either way, it's going to be fun. Enjoy this one, y'all. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm V1, Aviator Nick. Salute to you, man, for hanging out with us throughout the New Zealand tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I had an absolute blast. Some very, very memorable moments here. And by far, two of the best approaches I've ever flown in the sim. This one and Milford Sound, hands down. No question about it. Aviator Nick, just before I get to see him there, gifted 5 memberships to the channel. Too kind. If you pick up a membership from Aviator Nick, make sure you let him know you're appreciative of that. Aviator Nick, thank you. Very, very kind. Absolutely awesome for the support. Thank you so much. All right, chat. Until the next one, stay safe, stay healthy, enjoy these beautiful views. I'm V1. See yous in chat. Da, 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 da. See you.
$2,500. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.